Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Now, I'm fortunate to have worked with one of the most ambitious and visionary leaders, agency leaders in Singapore. Now, for the very first time today, this morning, I'm going to be sharing with you a secret conversation that started on 24th of June 2017. Now, on the 24th of June 2017, I worked together with this agency leader to draw the blueprint. And this blueprint was responsible to mark the start of an exploder agency, which grew the agency into a few hundred sales force within 20 months. Now, if that interests you, stay on with me for the next 20 minutes. Now, the agency growth blueprint, no matter what size agency you are going through, you will definitely go through 3 stages of the agency blueprint. First, you will need to start. Next, you need to grow. After which, you will need to scale. Most of you probably will face all 3 stages with 3 different types of problem. So when you start, you will be finding it difficult to grow your agency size between 10 to 20 people. Now, once you hit the 10-20 people mark, you will have the next problem. The next problem is you're probably going to be stuck and looking at how are you going to grow your agency beyond 20 to the 50, 80 mark. Now, after that, you have another problem. You don't know why your agency always stuck within the 100 people range. How are you going to make, what changes you need to do to your agency in order to grow your agency beyond 100 to 300 to 500 range? And we managed to do that all in 20 months. Now, first off, when you want to start, it is the easiest. However, it is easier said than done. When you want to start, you'll be thinking, I just need to recruit a lot of people and I can get started. And what's so difficult recruiting people? If Google can get an application of about 3.3 million applications per year, Facebook can easily get 250,000 applications per year. And even McDonald's can get about 1,000 applications every single day. You should be able to get at least 10 applications to 20 applications as well every single month. You'll be thinking, but it is not so easy. It is difficult to get people to join your business. Am I right? Why is it that you find it hard to get people to join your business? The reason is because you have this one big problem. The first big problem, I call it the prominence issue. This prominent issue is related to your reputation. Now, if you look at the brands just now, they all have strong brand presence. When it comes to strong brand presence, that means, right, a lot of people know them. Now, because a lot of people know them, it is easier for them to attract people to want to join their business. Now, for you, you may be lagging that presence. So in order to build that presence, you need to first understand the concept of branding. So let's go through what is the concept of branding. For branding really is just a word that people remember you for in their mind. So for instance, if you talk about branding, let's talk about smartphone. When you think of smartphone, what will be the brand that comes to your mind? You have a brand in mind, right? And I'm sure that brand probably will be the smartphone brand that you are using right now. Now, if you talk about fast food, what will be the brand that comes to your mind? Definitely there's some brands, right? And I'm very sure those brands of fast food are one of those brands that you probably patronize very regularly. Let's talk about toothpaste. If you are thinking of toothpaste, what brand comes to your mind? And I'm pretty sure the brand of toothpaste that you're using is the brand that you remember. So similarly, for yourself, we also have this thing called a personal brand. So when it comes to personal brand, it works very similarly to all the household brand that we mentioned just now. So your personal brand is determined, the strength of your personal brand is determined by how well people remember you, how well your friends and your peers remember you, and what you stand for in their mind. So for example, when you're thinking to get legal advice, who comes to your mind? Do you have a friend who's a lawyer? Now, when it comes to financial consultant, so who comes to your mind? If your friend remember you first, I'm very sure those will be your immediate prospect. those probably will become your customer today. Now, when it comes to sales and marketing trainer, who comes to your mind? I'm hoping you will say Jason. Okay, so when it comes to personal branding works very similar to the MNC brands. However, there's a distinctive difference. What would be the difference? So for example, when you talk about personal branding, if you work your brand well, you'll be able to get about 150 to 200 people to remember you and get your name at the top of their mind. So for instance, whenever they think of financial consultant, they probably think of your name. And you'll be able to influence these people to remember you and make them come to you first when they are looking for financial services. Some people will say that actually we can go beyond that number. You are right. That's the reason why Facebook has got about 5,000 fans, right, that they allow you to have. Because if you were to stretch your brand, you'll be able to get about 3,000 people to about 5,000 people to remember you.